March 11th, 2023. Just going to take a quick walk around the yard. Been doing some things today. Just showing my kids. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but anyway. I got 5 new small azaleas here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to complement, this is underneath the Magnolia tree. And to complement that, got the other Magnolia tree, which is just a nice picture of it. 5 more little azaleas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the trick with azaleas is to, well, there's special planting instructions. Got to follow the instructions, which is what I did. Basically, dig the hole, fill it with water, let it drain, then fill it again, let it drain, and then fill it again, and plant the azalea. Now here, in the center, of the front yard, I had some bare spots. Got the 4 hollies here, the Magnolia here, a weeping Yaupon over there, another one on the other side of the driveway, another Magnolia. But in between the Yaupon and the hollies, basically was nothing. So I kind of bit the bullet and found a really good deal on larger azaleas. I didn't fill this hole here, but I had 6 pretty crappy ones here that I dug up and just threw in the backyard. Maybe they'll take, maybe they won't. But I wanted something consistent. So here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 azaleas here. And again, I'm going to rake this out and fill the hole tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And then over here, these are the flax lilies that most of them got burned from a lot of severe frosts that we had. So I had a couple of other flax lilies that I divided up into 6 plants to fill this in. And these little guys here, next to Karen's little girl reading a book, these are Lily of the Nile, and they're finally coming up and regenerating more plants, so we'll see how they do this year. More flax lilies here that I put in to fill this up. Again, the concept here is that we always have a breeze. There's even a breeze right now, but it's meant to create kind of a flow to look like a river. And there'll be some blue Nile there and yakety yak. But so there's 5 azalea over there. This is one of the most interesting videos ever produced. And there's 5 azaleas here. These are all new today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice plants. Very healthy plants. And good size. Like this is approximately up to my knee. Really healthy plants that I bought at a local nursery that has really good deals. 2 years ago, these things were $14.99 for something a little smaller than that. Well, everybody knows how prices have just gone insane. But to my surprise, these beautiful azaleas were $14.99. Pretty good price. So then we come over here. The Indian hawthorns are doing well. It's almost time to do some trimming. These are the Indian hawthorns. Again, when I built this island, planted these Indian hawthorn plants. And they've, I don't know, they're 6 times larger than they were, maybe 8 times larger than when I originally planted them. And they're very healthy. They're doing well. So I'm cleaning up. It's still spring cleanup time. Let's see. April 5th, I've got someone to check my sprinklers. Coming to check all the sprinklers, and we have like 109 sprinkler heads. And when they check them, we're going to mark them all with flags, because the following week my friend Pete and I are renting an aerator, which I have yet to aerate this lawn. I mulch when I cut. By the way, this Magnolia has 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 times its original planting height, and it's growing really well, and it's got irrigation, which I'm convinced has helped it grow. Really healthy. You can see we got a little bit of a breeze here. It's very dry today, so the breeze is actually coming from the northeast, which is unusual. We're having a cold front. It might get in the high 50s tonight. So these 5 azaleas are doing great. So I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 azalea plants that I did today. So a little tie-tie, but the key is water, and basically when you take it out of the bucket, you're supposed to go like every 90 degrees. Supposed to go in with a razor about 1 inch deep and cut the roots, and then underneath you're supposed to make an X pattern underneath with the razor, so that these things will have plenty of room to spread. So these are really pretty. Very excited. And let's see what we got here. Two to 4 feet. That's what they're supposed to do. So that's going to be. I didn't even see that before, but that's the exact height that I want. Okay. So this Carolina Sapphire cypress, there's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 in the backyard. Planted them a year and a half ago, and when we planted them originally, they were about this high. So 1, 2, they've tripled in height, and these are beautiful and bug-free with a beautiful citrus bouquet. So they're very nice, and they're going to be 12 feet wide, 12 feet high, roughly. So it's going to fill this area in. Did some cleanup here, got rid of some of the tall grass, and trimmed these 2 live oak trees. They were kind of a mess, and they were getting eaten up by the grass. So not a big deal, but just kind of did that this week. The lawn is starting to get green. Looking pretty good. We do have guests staying at least one of the bluebird houses. And I think we'll take a walk, go in the backyard. I'll be right back. So the other thing I did today is plant more penta flowers. These pentas are very nice, and they're famous for attracting honeybees and hummingbirds. Butterflies, rather. Butterflies. Dwarf penta. Butterfly and hummingbird love them. They grow about 1 foot high, and they like sun. So this is going to be nice. I got a whole bunch of these, and because the idea is to increase the hummingbird and butterfly population here this year. We did pretty well last year, but we're going to do more this year. So those are pentas and more. And these are actually last year's petunias. They actually did pretty well, but I blended in some penta flowers. 1, 2, 3 flowers, and hopefully they'll be fine. These are the little turtles. They've been very still lately. And these are the four little birds. They've also been very still. And these are the 4 holly trees. And what do you think of that? What do you think? Where's that number 4 come from? Something I think of every single day. My 4 kids. So if you're watching this, you're in my thoughts and in my yard. Okay. I'm gonna walk around. I'll be right back. So it's about 5:45 p.m. on a Saturday night, and tonight we turn the clocks forward, which I always like. You can hear the songbird here, up here somewhere. I don't know what he's doing. These pine trees are really tall, by the way. Maybe 100 feet. So I had this guy Blue come and power wash everything. Power wash the house, power wash the shed, the driveway, the lanai. And this was all kind of yucky. I hate to admit it, but it's all moldy. And he treats them and then he power washes them, and they came out, they look new. You can hear the bird talking to me. Like he wants to be on the film, I think. Okay, so we're entering the backyard. I've been doing a really good job feeding the squirrels with the bird feeder on one of the feeders. The other one is still bird proof, which is really good. So these are the red tip photinias. They're doing fine. And my palm grove is great. And as you guys know, that's lit up at night. The whole backyard is lit up at night, which is really neat. So these were very happy last year here. These are more penta flowers. Very pretty. And again, hummingbirds, butterflies. I love that. This is a perennial yellow flower. I don't know what it's called. More pentas. Now this is, I'm going to get this just on a, didn't know they existed, but this is a perennial penta. And you don't pot it, you plant it in the ground. I got 2 of them. 1, 2. So we're going to see how these do. These are done today as well. Let's see. Large growing. 4 feet by 3 feet. Well, that's going to be nice. I had one last year without knowing it, and it did grow 4 feet by 3 feet. More new penta flowers here. I forgot what this is. More penta here. Bird bath here. St. Francis hasn't moved. Frog hasn't moved. Outdoor lighting, very fun, works great. Penta. This is last year's penta. It hung in there all winter. And this is the famous suet that the birds just go bananas over. So I'm going to try something here and go to kind of a closer shot. See all these birds, they're on this all the time. They love the suet. And we do a lot of suet. So the small thing I did today was move this little boy back a little bit, and there's the two lights here, and this is Karen's original OEM scooter when she was 6 years old. It's pretty cool. Okay. Just got the call for chow. Very important. Okay, so my grape jelly thing was working out really good until I really don't want to twist it because the bees found out about it, and I think these are honeybees, so it's all fine that they're getting the grape jelly, but underneath there's a rotary thing that you're supposed to twist to get more jelly out, and I have to do a little research whether or not those guys sting. I think they sting, so here's a hanging pot of penta and more penta flowers. So I'm really trying to improve the chances of hummingbirds and butterflies, and this should help. And I also have a butterfly guide that I'm going to go see. So spring forward tonight. So it's now after 6 o'clock and the sun's still pretty high up. So probably starting tomorrow night, probably going to stay light until almost 8 o'clock and then go from there. What do you know? Pentaflower and more pentaflowers, and the sapphire cypress tree, which is now over 4 feet tall. This is the one that's the happiest. And this is my sundial, which works pretty doggone well. I'm gonna have to reset it tomorrow, literally. So we have bluebirds in this house right here. I don't want to get too close. I have tried the mealworm. This is a special feeder for the bluebirds. This is mealworm. And this is where they come in and out. They haven't used it yet. I don't think they have, but when I take this and I put it on a tray over where the all the suet is and everything, I mean, they gobble it up, so it's good. So birds like it. So when the time comes, when they're feeding their young, I'm hoping that they'll go to the nearby grocery store and get mealworms right here and make it easy for them. And here's the bird bath that I fixed. This was leaking ever since I got it at Lowe's, so I sealed it with a clear coat, and it's doing fine. It's holding water. So far so good. Okay. Ooh. I thought that might have been a bluebird. All right. Let's see. I don't see any right now. Anyway, that's it. Hope everybody's doing well. This is another amazing weather day. It's cool and dry with a mild breeze. Just beautiful. Okay, hope everybody's doing well. Going to lose an hour's sleep, but you'll wake up earlier. Huh?